Listen to this. That's how crunchy this granola is, but it is also super healthy because it doesn't have any sugar. We're gonna be using oats and nuts and putting them in the oven to get that delicious crunch. Hello friend, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosana Bracho and I'll be sharing recipes that are super easy and super healthy. If this is the type of content that you're craving, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. For this recipe you will need 2 cups of rolled oats, 1 cup of your favorite raw nuts. I'm gonna be using cashews, but you can use almonds or walnuts. Half cup cashew butter or almond butter. 1 tablespoon of your favorite sweetener. I'm gonna be using Truvia. 1/4 cup of sugar-free syrup, 1/4 cup of refined coconut oil, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. First, we're gonna start preheating our oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're just gonna mix in a big bowl all of the ingredients except for the oats and the cashews, or whatever nuts you use. This is not my first choice because it does have some added palm oil. At Trader Joe's, they do have a raw almond butter, so I suggest that one because that one is the only one that I've found so far that doesn't have any added sugar or oil. And if you happen to be some purchasing manager for a supermarket, keep in mind, there isn't enough almond butter with no added oil and sugar in the market. If you are looking to make this granola more natural, you can also use maple syrup. I use sugar-free syrup just because it doesn't have any sugar, and that's mostly what I try to avoid. But if you're just looking to make something that's more natural, you could use maple syrup instead. For the coconut oil, you can also use that one that comes like more compact. You can just melt it. I do suggest that you buy one that doesn't have any coconut flavor. I just think this one is just super practical. The reason why I add the sweetener is because I think that this syrup is not sweet enough. If you're using a syrup that's already super sweet, or if you're using the maple syrup, you don't have to add any more sweetener, okay? I'm only doing it because I've already tried using only the sugar-free syrup and it doesn't come out sweet enough. So that's why I always add like an extra tablespoon or an extra teaspoon of this sweetener. And our oven is ready. And last but not least, the vanilla. We're gonna use just 1/2 teaspoon, and this is gonna give it that extra punch to the flavor. Now we're just gonna mix this all together, and I want you to look at the creaminess. Now we can just add our oats and our cashews. Mix this all together until all the oats and cashews are covered in that mix that we made before. This will last me for like around a week. I snack this every day at work with some yogurt and it's so good. Now we're just gonna need an aluminum pan and some parchment paper. And we are gonna extend the granola in the pan as much as possible. And look at that mix. Now we're gonna put it in the oven to make it super crunchy. Friend, make sure that you stay until the end of the video because I'm gonna tell you the one ingredient that is gonna ruin your entire granola. And I'm gonna set up a timer for 50 minutes. Bonus tip, halfway down to 50 minutes, I like switching the pan around to ensure even cooking. So finally, after 50 minutes, I removed the granola from the oven and I put it on a cooling rack. Here you can see the result. It is very crispy around the edges. Once it is cooled down, we're just gonna break it apart with our hands. And you can do whatever size clusters you want. I like storing my granola in a glass jar. Sorry, my Instagrammable mason jar was already in use, but a hamburger dill glass jar will do. Ta-da! Now listen up, I'm gonna tell you the one ingredient that is gonna ruin your entire granola. Doesn't matter if you're following my recipe or someone else's recipe, never substitute the syrup for honey because it is going to burn. It is going to burn the entire granola and it is gonna ruin the whole thing. You can substitute it for maple syrup, for pure maple syrup, if you're trying to do a super natural granola instead of a sugar-free one, but never, whatever you do, substitute with honey. Friend, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with some other friends. Bye bye.